Dear future me, it's past you and I want to talk. Over the past couple of months, past you has been struggling. I guess that's a good way to put it. Well, I'd even say it's been longer than a couple of months. Maybe closer to like October of 2016. Considering it's now August of 2017, it's been a while. Maybe you've been able to tell with the dark or somber nature of a few of my other Dear Future Me videos. In fact, I'm willing to bet that you can see the path of my emotional roller coaster that I've been through by watching those videos. From being elated to being just down and stuck there to trying to be happy, if only in a video. I've tried writing countless scripts in which I play at being happy, but I just couldn't get anywhere with any of them. My heart wasn't in it, which means you've gone longer than a month without any letters from me. So from current me to future me, I'm sorry. It was tough, and I'm sure you'll understand. There were several times in that dark period that I thought, Forrest, be careful, you could be heading into depression. And I don't want to take away from people that have actually been through depression. I don't want to make it seem like my struggle was more than it was. I'm just saying what it felt like. It didn't matter what I told myself, though. No matter how much I tried looking up, I couldn't lift my head past my shoes. It sucked, and it felt like it was something that no one else could help me with. It felt like I was suffering alone in the dark, struggling to stay afloat in a room filled with water, wondering how comfortable going under would be. Surely someone else would pull the plug at the bottom of this tank that I'm in, and that you just can't seem to dive down to reach, whether out of fear of never making it back up, or the sheer fact that you couldn't dive that far. I smiled for people whenever I was with them. When I was at home, I was sad, alone. I stayed that way. My head barely above water until we went to A-kon 28. This was your first anime convention, and you cosplayed, albeit closet cosplayed. But that didn't stop you from having so much fun that you forgot to record everything happening. But here we are, a month later, with me trying to remember what past me did to tell the future me. So one of the things that you can remember going to do is this sort of dance class on the first day that was super fun. Like, I can't exactly recall everything we did, but still, it was a blast. And I was paired up with this young lady whose name escapes me, and I learned to dance with her. It was fun, and I was prepared to go to the masquerade ball that was going to be held later. But you forgot your mask, or rather, you didn't have one, so you weren't allowed in. You were bummed, but there wasn't anything that could be done. The next day, you went to a writing discussion panel, and another young woman, in a gothic Lolita outfit, asked a bunch of role-playing questions. But the writers weren't able to help at all, and I wanted help since I had some Facebook role-playing history. And when she got up and left, I tried to chase her, but she was long gone. I ended up finding her at some point later and tried my best to give her advice. I wonder how she's doing. Anyway, on the third day, there was a Q&A with Amelie, a YouTuber that I'm subscribed to. And she was tired from staying up so late playing D&D apparently, which I found humorous. I really don't have any issues with identifying famous people as actual individuals, but that really did humanize Amanda Lee for me. But of course, there was a signing session, and of course, I went there and had my phone signed, which is fading now. Note to future self. Find out how much an engraving pen costs and bring that next time you want to have a phone or iPad signed. It'll last longer. Later that day, you went to an auction with your sister and brother-in-law, and while standing in line, you met someone who also liked Clannad as much as you do, if not more, and you exchanged numbers. You haven't talked with them yet. You're bad at communication. Back to the auction. You had already spent most of your spending money, but you still had a blast. There was something addictive about seeing people go into bidding wars over some rare piece of anime merch. An addiction that you couldn't help but dabbling your toes in and winning a card lot that you, James, and Jessica went back to the hotel and played with. The trip was ending, and the next day was the last day, and also the day to drive home. It's been a while, but now that you're home and looking around, you aren't waking up and bawling your eyes out from a dream about a future that could never be. From a dream that could have possibly been your final goodbye. I don't know if I stopped struggling and sunk down to the bottom and pulled the plug myself, or if the sheer amount of fun that I had at A-kon put a crack in the foundation that was holding the water in. But before I knew it, I was here, in that same room with my feet on solid ground and a smile on my face as I walked over and flipped the light switch on. I won't say that I'm over it simply because I can't predict what you will feel like, but I will say to watch these dear future me's while you are still in that place. Remember when you were happy. Spend your time in positive places and try and think positively. I doubt I'll have the answers about whatever it is that you're going through, but I will say that right now I can function normally. I don't wince from internal pain at memories anymore. I feel better, and coming in contact with a me that was happy, that wasn't drowning, helped. I've been gone for a while, but to the me of the future, I think I'm back. I'm home.